The Good Ride, sucking less every year for over 10 years. So ladies and gentlemen, these adorable little things are the drift boards.
Go for it.
And they're a mountain approach hybrid between splits, you know, touring skis. You can see the skins here, and snowshoes. And they're just like a fun little combination. I've been doing a lot of hiking, and the other day I saw somebody going up with their own homemade approach skis because they love riding solids and they don't want to get blown away in what little time they have to hike before the mountain opens by, you know, other skinners. So he made his own, and I was thinking, gosh, I got to check out Mountain Approach, and I looked, couldn't find anything for sale there, you know, I think they're kind of restructuring right now and coming out with a new product shortly. But one product that's out there is the Drift, and I thought it was really interesting. I just love this kind of like idea, and the whole concept is, you know, to carry approach skis with you and to have a board is a lot of weight, and you're not really trading off anything. And what they've done is they've gone with a very light, very rigid drift, you know, approach thing. And I've been snowshoeing up and walking up in the morning on my local mountain. Look, this isn't, you know, the ultra mega backcountry review. This is for people like myself who like to go early up sometimes on a powder day, or just they're in the mood to get some, you know, some completely uncrowded groomers before the mountain opens, right? And I have at my local mountain a very safe, very almost completely inbounds route that I go up. I'm literally going up right next to the groomers. So the reason why I'm saying this is I want you to be safe. I don't want you to buy these and just go stampeding off to the backcountry. You've got to take AVI classes. You've got to understand what you're doing. You've got to read a lot about it. Don't just go off and then become a statistic. So what I do is I stay in bounds. I'm staying safe. I'm just going up to this local cone that's patrolled all the time and very safe at Mount Bachelor. And oftentimes I'm just going up the groomers and going down them in the morning. And it's been great exercise. It's great for these old bones to keep a little butter in the popcorn and to get more time on solids. And the other thing is, split boards cost a shit ton of money. These cost $419. And that's like a third, or even less than a third, probably more like a quarter, depending. If you're a gear whore like me, significantly less, because I'd keep getting enamored with, oh, those $900 bindings look amazing, you know, and you just keep going higher and higher and higher. So that, you know, you can kind of blow it out with splits. And these are just $419, and they come with some crampons, and those are like 60 bucks. So basically for like 480 bucks, you have everything you pretty much need. And what Drift goes kind of by this, sorry, I got some skins on these. I used a tester and then got 2 pair brand new so I can have some for my buddies. That's how much I love these. And the first day I rode these, I used these, you know, very rusty, not very good at, you know, skinning up. I don't have the glide down yet or anything like that. But these little things kept me in the track without getting passed. I was keeping up with everybody, and it was amazing. I wasn't getting blown away by skiers, and split boarders weren't just, excuse me, can I pass, you know, going by. It was a crowded powder day the first day I used it for, you know, for early ups. And I couldn't believe that these little things were going almost twice as fast on that powder day as I did the day before on 35-inch long snowshoes. These are 36 inches and 34 if you measure, you know, from the curve to the tail like this, it's about 34. And if you follow through the curve, it's 36. But I couldn't believe how well I was doing, and I didn't even have the right form and technique yet. And as that develops, it's going to be great. Now, here's some interesting math that I've been kind of playing around with after asking them, like, why do these things work so well when they're so small, they're so little, you know? They said first thing is they're super rigid. I can't even flex these. Second thing, they're super light. So these are 2.4 pounds. Now you can take these off and you can actually put on split board bindings on these if you wanted, and take them off these and then put them on your solid board. So you've turned your solid board set into a quiver of boards too, if you're getting into some more technical stuff. But as far as things go with these drifts, you just kind of, you know, slide your boot in to these 2.4 pound, you know, bindings that they come with. It doesn't look real like amazing, but it actually is. It works. And all you do is just tighten them up like this, and then it pulls you into the heel loop there, and then you put these over your toe like this, and away you go. And you've got two hill things, you know, one for small hills, one for big hills, and it's just really well done for what it is. And it's, you know, the whole design behind it is to make it lightweight. And I think they could work with this binding. I'd love to see a little more support, or even some kind of like third fold where it comes up to a little high back, and maybe you could even use strap ins to get a little more support up top to the high back, so you know, on traverses. But I found that in little side hill traverses that I've done, not much, not very technical, not very steep, not very gnarly, but they're okay. You know, they're not amazing, but it's definitely not that bad. It wasn't anything I ever said like, boy, I sure could use more support there. But I bet going out in some technical stuff, doing a long traverse, that could probably get old, and it might be nice to have bindings on. But without bindings, they're 1.4 pounds per foot. And with the binding on, the binding's 1 pound. So with the binding on, they're 2.4 pounds per foot. What's cool about that is these were designed based on a study done, you know, that shows that 1 pound on the feet is equal to 6.4 pounds on the back. So I started just geeking on the math here and trying to figure it all out. And I realized that, okay, so with these drifts, you're looking at 2.4 pounds per foot, right? And math is math. The reality is always different. I don't know if this is perfect or if this really truly translates to the hill, but it kind of explains why these little guys and myself with very little to no form was keeping up with this gang. And I don't have the engine that some of these people have either. I'm not Mr. Cardio. I've spent the last 10 years going up and down, going up a chair and going down. So, you know, I'm slowly working into this. But so 2.4 pounds per foot versus, you know, kind of the average split board with bindings kind of breaks down to, you know, maybe 6.25 pounds per foot, I believe. And that means that, you know, the difference is 3.85 pounds per foot, which is kind of a lot, you know. And so if you times that by 6.4, that's 24.64 pounds off your back per foot, or 49.28 pounds total. and then you take off another 11 pounds for your board, you know, on your back, and you're looking at about 39.28 pounds of weight saved. Maybe divide that in half because it's per foot, you know, but overall it's I think that kind of makes sense. Maybe it's just, you know, maybe it's just dropping 10 pounds off, you know, if you're only doing it by foot, but hell, that's pretty cool. And I think that's why it just makes these little things so easy. And you can see the skins are just great. It's pretty well made. It's all carbon fiber. It's super light when you pick these up. You're just like, whoa, this makes sense. And they kind of sharpen out the edge on the carbon fiber here, and it really makes a pretty big difference. I felt the edge hold there going up the hill, and you want to wax these skins, and you know, but if you get a good backpack, the only time I felt like I wish I had a split so far was when the wind blew really hard as you're getting close to the top. I felt like I was getting blown around more than all the other skinners, and that to me is the only detraction. And also, if you're going out, way out into the backcountry, and you're taking a big pack with you, then yeah, it's probably better to be on, you know, bigger touring skis. But this is the beginning of the review, and just from somebody going up on the mountain, just trying to get some, you know, some uphill travel, a little extra stoke in my day, get on more solids. I have so many solids. I want to take my solids to different places than just what the resort can do, because riding a solid is so much fun. These drifts do an amazing job. I bought 2 pairs myself, personally, after demoing these, and I really want to get other friends on there who really understand split boarding and really want to compare the two and give me their take, because obviously all I do is ride solids. That's all you see on the site. So I want to get some people who really understand splits as well, friends of mine who you know, who are often doing this, and get them on these beautiful little drifts and see what they say. And I'm going to constantly update the review. But as it stands right now, this is an amazing solution. I don't ever want to snowshoe again. People were asking me to, when I started reviewing some snowshoes here and there, you know, asking me to review other snowshoes. I think I'm kind of done. I just don't want to do it anymore. It's too much work. These are so much easier, you know, and they just move so much better. It's just, it's almost twice as fast for me, but it's like 10 times less energy. I'm just not fogging. I'm just not a sweaty mess by the time I get to the top anymore. Yes, I'm getting in better shape, and you can factor that in too as I do this more and more. But I'm really, truly enjoying the ease of getting up. And I think that's what makes these drifts so cool. So there you have it. That's my initial take on the drift boards.